I just can't do it, Captain. I just can't. Hi there YouTube, Mark Vergeer here with a pickups video. Just a small ad hoc video in very low lighting conditions. I'm actually testing this out to see how this camera works. One of the pickups is actually this. It's the Flip the Flip Mino HD. It's the last model of the Cisco Flip camera recorders, and this one has a 720p HD video mode, which let me see, and it has 4 gigabytes of memory, and it records up to 1 hour of video. Yeah, I'm always using various cameras, including this one. It's my trusty Canon Lagria. But I wanted to have something small and something very easy to use. So yeah, and this came up very cheap. I mean, this is actually an older model. This was new, but yeah, I mean, Cisco isn't making these anymore, and yeah, it's just a what is it? It's just an older model which was new, so it was on discount. So yeah, I got some other stuff as well. Yeah, some of you following me on Twitter may have got this. A few days ago, maybe a week ago, I got myself an NTSC SNES. I turned it on, played a game on it, changed the game, of course turned the system off, changed the game, and lo and behold, it wouldn't turn back on again. So it was fried. It wasn't a power supply, although the power supply, the seller forgot to mention it, but it was a homemade Sega power supply with a bludge, how do you say that? Anyways, with a strange homemade cable thingy for the SNES. The NTSC SNES is quite a different beast from the PAL SNES, because it really uses a different power supply with a different power plug, and yeah, mainly because I think people they were afraid of people frying their SNES systems with if people were using when people were using NES power supplies, because they share the same plug in Europe. So well, I got that, but it wasn't working, so I had to make do with something like this. And this is the NES Twin by Yobo, and it's actually quite a nice system. The NES part is actually not that good, because it is one of these NES on a chip solutions that has not so good audio, although I know that the audio on these is actually repairable if of the NES part, because you can add some circuitry, and then the audio isn't overamped anymore, and then it's more defined, and actually it sounds a lot like the original then, because that's a major complaint of probably all the folk using these NES replacement consoles, that the NES bit of it is not as good as the SNES bit, because the SNES part of this console is actually very good. It's just as good as an original, almost as good. I think the sound is amazing. It sounds like an original SNES, and yeah, the graphics are just, there's only a couple of games that are not compatible with this one, but yeah, for people living in PAL countries like me, having one of these is actually an excellent way to play SNES games at the speeds that they were intended for. you do have to take away the studs that are in the cartridge slots, just like you would with an original NTSC American SNES. They are there for unknown reasons, but then you can actually insert your PAL and your Japanese Famicom, Super Famicom cards as well. And I found out that this system actually looks surprisingly like the last model that Nintendo brought out in the US, the NES or the SNES 2. Well, I was very disappointed that my original American SNES didn't work, ceased to function after just changing one game. That I actually managed to pick up another SNES from none place other than San Francisco. Of course I got taxed, had to pay, oh my, let's see, it's not good, what did I pay? No. Well, I had to pay money for it to import into the Netherlands. But let me show you. It's an American SNES 2, SNES 2, which actually looks surprisingly like the Yobo, even down to the little accents and stuff. But yeah, these systems really look alike. I wasn't aware that the FC Twin was actually looking very similar to the Super Nintendo one. So yeah, why did they bring this out? I'm not sure. Perhaps to cut costs or something. The thing is that it sounds and plays just like the original, and of course in Europe we have to make do with the PAL system. And here you can actually, perhaps in the dark, you can actually see the differences. This is the Super Nintendo PAL controller, and this is actually the Super Nintendo NTSC controller. It's not only the colored buttons that are different, because these buttons are actually concave, and these are all, yeah, like so. I'm not sure how you call that. I'm tired, and my English vocabulary is like going down the drain. Of course it came with 2 extra controllers, which are actually in very good condition, and I got a stack of games with it. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo in with a protective sleeve. I haven't seen these before. I don't think PAL or Japanese games ever came with these sleeves. It just slides on and off. So yes, Scooby-Doo. And then Dream TV, and then Demolition Man. They all came without manuals, so Demolition Man. Judge Dredd. And man, these games are purple. This is Battle Clash. And then we got Super Mario Kart, NTSC version. And last but not least, Beavis and Butthead. And this was actually the card that made the other one croak. Well, I was brave enough to insert into this SNES, and lo and behold, it worked and it didn't croak. So that's a good thing. What else did I get? Well, I got something else. I got a game by Revival Studios. And that's this game. It's called Mage, and it's one of the last games for the Odyssey 2, a latest homebrew actually. So Mage, it came in the box, in a plastic box that all PAL Odyssey 2 or video pack cartridges come in, and yeah, it comes with a custom label and. Not sure if and even a manual. So it comes. It's a very nice package, and I'm actually looking forward to playing this on the Command Center 3 or the Video Pack Plus systems. This actually also produces high resolution graphics and backgrounds. So yeah, and then. Some male chauvinist pig digital female games. Dead or Alive Dimensions on the Nintendo 3DS. Yes, still in the cellophane. Haven't had any time to unbox it or, you know, take it out and give it a spin. But yeah, I'll probably be doing this weekend. I've been having a tough time at work and I've been working overtime, pulling a lot of night shifts and stuff. And yeah, this will probably get some play this weekend. And then the second game is Wet. It's an Xbox 360 game where there's this great looking, very athletic female avatar that you play the game with. So 2 female hero games. And yeah, I'm hanging out in the game room, drinking a little Bavaria, enjoying my American SNES. I am going to fix the other one, the original, the you know, the proper SNES, and I may actually go out and search one at Deurne. There's a retro fair in Deurne on Sunday. It's in the Netherlands, and if you type in Deurne retro fair or retro Beurs in Google or in Facebook, you'll get to a page, and yeah, it's a retro fair in Deurne. I believe it opens its doors at 10 o'clock in the morning, and it lasts until, I believe, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I probably will be going with a friend of mine, and I may actually pick up something for myself and for some friends. Hopefully may get some American SNES stuff, perhaps some Spectrum stuff. I would love to get some Amstrad stuff, some retro computing stuff. Perhaps I wouldn't mind getting laying my hands on a nice MSX2 system, but not one with a loose keyboard, because I have several of them, and I would like to get my hands on an MSX2 system that is an all-in-one system with enough RAM, and yeah, perhaps even increase my my game cartridges on the MSX side. Perhaps even do some CDI. I have yet to buy a CDI. I haven't got any games, although my father-in-law, he worked at Philips, and he offered me a CDI system before. I may actually go out and get something like this. Perhaps get some original Xbox games, get some PlayStation games, not sure yet. But yeah. Okay, well, and I will probably end up making a lot of video on the Deurne Retro Fair, and which is kind of a dress rehearsal for replay, because yes, I am going to replay in Manchester, United Kingdom, this year is again. Last year it was in Blackpool, and now it is in Manchester City, and the wife is also coming. Also a good friend of mine from the Netherlands is coming, and yeah, we'll be meeting up with Sint Monkey, Zombie Andy, 2Dave, I believe, is also coming, and quite a few others. So yeah, looking forward to hanging out in Manchester, and this is a retro fair that actually lasts a couple of days, you know, and the wife and I will be flying in, and we'll be flying out. And I'm not sure. I mean, I plan on bringing only carry-on luggage. You know, you can just shove in the overhead compartments, and you don't have to wait for your luggage to clear and stuff. But there may actually be some. There may be a chance that, or a risk that I actually end up buying some stuff there. which is probably gonna be a beast to fly back or transport back. So I may actually do some major buying, perhaps, I'm not sure, at Deurne, the retro fair in the Netherlands, and go for some special items in the UK. But I go to the UK to meet some friends and to hang out and play some video games and just enjoy the atmosphere. Always love going to the UK. Great country, nice people, nice atmosphere. I'm kind of how do you say that? In love with the country. So yeah. Well, Mark signing off, and I'll be back with another video soon. I just can't do it, Captain. I just can't.